All right. So honestly, if you're watching this, I just want you guys to know that, you're not alone at all. I'm right there with you. I get it now. Um, maybe you're one of the people who, you play this game not just for like winning PvP fights, or just for winning, just for seeing the victory screen and oh my God, I knocked the other person out. But you honestly play the game for like story. Like you want character arcs, like slow character arcs. You want role play. You want moments that like make you feel, actually something. But like over time of playing this game, like this game has actually shifted. I've been playing this game for like a year, so this game is like legitimately shifted in my eyes. And it's, been kind of quiet and steady, but it's gotten there. And lately it just feels like the people who come here to like live in this world or whatever, they're really just it just feels like being pushed out by people who only want to win in it. Like you'll have people who will flame or talk trash about other people who are like really strong and won't go fight. And it's like, well, why won't you go do anything? It's because I don't really want to. I just kind of want to just do my slice of life. I kind of want to do my second life thing. I just want to do my day to day. I enjoy that. Like that's something they enjoy. Yes, they might do combat every once in a while, but they're not in this for just combat. They're not in it for just the life-threatening thrill. That's not what they play the game for. They play it for the role play. And I feel like at the start, like this village, like Mist Village in general, this is kind of a letter to Mist, whatever. But I feel like it was like a different, like it seemed primarily focused on players who really kind of they wanted to write more than they just fought. Like they kind of the people who kind of would like stay up late talking to each other through different scenes, that maybe nobody else would see, but that's just the thing it was. That was the culture. And I feel like the culture is still there, but I feel like the game now has it just feels very it feels like PvP arena. Like it almost feels like um a like honestly, I guess like an old you wouldn't understand what I'm saying about Bion, but basically an old Bion PvP kind of arena thing where you just the role play is just to justify being able to do violence. Like that's it. Like and now we have a situation where one village is like dominating the game, which is fine. But the problem is when one village dominates like this, they can act without consequences, which okay, fair enough, that's fine. But it stops being about the story and starts becoming more about just like a simulation. Just let's simulate combat. That's all it is. And this honestly really isn't fun for people who really just want to role play. And I've watched people go rogue. I've watched people fucking, ignore world building and just dismiss in character news. Like people who will be like, I don't believe in rumors. And it'll be subjective. Like, I don't believe in rumors if it's bad, whatever, but if it's something good, maybe I'll believe in it. It's so dumb. It just really is, and it just feels so out of character. It's dumb. And I've just watched this game just slowly get to a point where it's like you're just mocking another village because they're not as sweaty as you. They don't want to do combat as deeply as you. They don't want to go out there and just constantly throw their life away or risk their life away. Like it's just dumb. Like it's actually dumb. And like just recently, like what I can just go and say it now because it's obviously gonna be a rumor anyway. You have the leader of the Leaf Village getting angry out of nowhere, basically, about the Mist Village having a vassal town. Which, by the way, Mist has had this vassal town. I don't care what anybody tells you. Mist has had this vassal town since 5-7, aka like last month on the 7th. So they've had this vassal town for 3 years. I see. During these 3 years, there's been zero problems, no conflict, no random buildup from the Hokage or anything like that. And now, just suddenly during this week out of nowhere, it's like, oh, it's a problem. It's a problem. We're being shorted, or you're stealing from us, or da, da, da. 3 years. If it was a problem between the 3 years, I kind of would understand. Like when it first happened, and it was like, oh, they own this town now. I could see the Hokage coming over and be like, you know what? Not really a fan of that. Let's talk about it or whatever. But it's been 3 years with no mention of it, and now it's like I get out of my bed today, it's a problem. I'm gonna make it a problem. I'm gonna start trying to rob people, bully people, and I'm just gonna attack people if they don't listen to me, whatever I say. Where does this come from? You've had 3 years, and all of a sudden now the day you're mad, you can talk. You could have talked about it anytime you wanted over 3 years. It's crazy. That's not role play. That's just bad faith. Like, And this pattern, this isn't new. We've seen people treat NPCs like punching bags, like all the time, like attacking them, abusing them, torturing them, no consequences, no justice, just basically borderline murder hobo energy, like disguised as like icy behavior. Like the recent riot mission, I thought that was amazing with the NPCs pushing back. That felt real, felt like there was stakes, it had weight, and it reminded people, hey, the world can still tell, like powerful stories and stuff like that. But now it just feels like the momentum is gone. We're back to the same cycle. PvP first and then story second. And if you can kill it, you can ignore it. That's really what this game is if you can kill it, you can ignore it. The story doesn't mean shit at this point. And it's so unfun being on the opposing side of the group when this shit happens, and it's so demotivating. And all it's done, right, is actually hold on. And all it's done is just make people who want that, who don't want to deal with that, just slowly gravitate toward the other side. They just go over there, like, all right, now I don't have to deal with it anymore. We're good. It's fine. I get to be the bully now. And when people say that this is a combat game, not a role play game, I don't think they realize that they're basically killing the thing that basically keeps this game alive. Because people don't, a lot of people don't just play this game for Fight Simulator. The people at the top might want to play this game for Fight Simulator, but the people who like kind of log in day to day and they're in constantly playing and they're like telling stories and they're doing other stuff, like they're not doing Fight Simulator. They're staying because like they want the story. Like they stay for the connection, the meaning. They stay for consistency. And what happens when the people who care about that like leave? Like when all people who like want the role play, like as people get all these kinds of like dumb stuff, like oh you just sit here and just do social role play all the time and stuff like that. Okay, well what happens when all of them leave and all because it's gonna happen. I'm telling you now, this kind of stuff is where it starts. Like obviously the rogue thing hurt a lot. Like I'm not even gonna lie, it hurt a lot. But like this this is where it's really going to starting because it's just there like and it's like I said, it's not going to be all at once. It's just going to be slowly, and it's going to be one by one. People are going to realize, you know what, this is not a role play game. This is just if you can kill it, you'll win, and that's all that matters. um and it's so dumb. Like it's so dumb. And I wish it wasn't like that. I wish um it could go back to being about the actual story. So that's where we are now. I think, and honestly, I think this might be like my goodbye or whatever. People who are still fighting for the story, you know what? I see you. I understand you. To people who log in, and you're logging in to write, not to win, you know what? I respect you. To people who feel like, this world, this game that's where we're at now, a year in, it doesn't really want you anymore. You're not alone. I don't think you ever were alone. I think that what people have built in the mist up to this point, I think it really has mattered. I think the system has forgotten us. I think the scoreboard, basically mocks us. It is what it is. And, everybody else roll their eyes at us, whatever, it's fine. Hey, you mattered. You did your role play. You enjoyed playing for the story, not just for PvP simulator. And you should feel proud that you did that and that you came into this wanting a D&D experience, not a PvP only experience. Because the thing about MMOs in D&D is you have an option to do PvP, but more so the story is what matters. The story is what carries the game. This game has defaulted to the PvP carrying the game, which is fair. I understand that. I get the kind of logistics behind it. But not only does PvP carry the game, but story game carries the game so little that it's mocked by PvP primarily players who just play PvP. That's so dumb. Like if you're gonna PvP carry the game, fine. That's one thing. I get it. But if you want PvP to carry the game, don't beat down people who just want to do the story. Don't make them feel little. Don't make them feel like shit or like they're not wanted here. Because that's where we are now. And it's just so dumb. It's so dumb. And so I just want to get this video out, let people know you're not alone if you're feeling this way. I get it. I totally understand. Because I'm at the point where I kind of honestly don't want to log in, maybe for the gauntlets every now and again, maybe to role play with a couple people here and there. But other than that, I'm just waiting for the other people to be like, let's just take over. And then guess what? When you take over, when you exert all your control, have fun doing PvP simulator with people who just want to be, with you and you guys can all fight each other because it's just dumb. It's just dumb. It really is. So There you go. I'm gonna end the video now. Sorry about all the beeps in the back. I guess people are blowing me up for some reason.